It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll get a look at this team's hard-hitting linebacker, who has climbed to 68 tackles so far this season. Hope you're all ready for this one, and it comes your way next on EA.
Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
23 yards, the final tally.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The home team's offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the veteran who will be leading them. Now in his 8th year in the NFL.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. In motion, the tight end. Here's a 2nd and 7. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Here now, 3rd and a yard. And now here's a carry heading left. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word. But if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. When you look at this defense, well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've got to really...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught and brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 50 catches for him now on the year. He's got a first down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. Here's a handoff out of the gun. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, they'll try to run it. A very tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32. You look at this defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and they will take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he goes out right around the 39. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll look to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. 2nd and long. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him. and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Take it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's his 8th rushing touchdown on the year, his 11th overall. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And we'll have to wait and see what his final numbers are at the conclusion of this weekend. And as he enters Week 18, the NFL's leader in receptions. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. In motion goes the tight end. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Fielded at the 33. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because To be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Here's 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They'll look to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 2nd down and 3. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Back to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we are off to Orlando. Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On second down, they'll run it here. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And give him 12 yards and a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll set up to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. They'll drop to throw. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll go as a sack for a loss of a yard, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. and that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They're going to look to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. And this is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he comes back with one complete. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Back to throw. That is caught. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now a toss here, short side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw here.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get, and it's a fumble.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down. This winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
3rd and 4.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They'll look to throw again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
50 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Second down and 4.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here. But I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
The tight end in motion right. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion good for 6 yards, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Off the RPO, he completes it. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 53 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Back to throw again. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Line of scrimmage, the 9, 2nd and about a yard.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is caught, and he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after.
He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. A drive that time of 6 plays. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Here is 3rd and 5.
They'll set up a throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And on now is the punter, as he's on here to punt it away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Now this offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies. It's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
But that's not going to help the cause as he stops short of the 10.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
Here comes 2nd down and 5.
Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10.
They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. And they will take a knee here. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for our visitors, they do get the victory that pushes them over 500 for the season as they finish at 9-8. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the home team here, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.